Okay, this is the start of our repetition series. This is to get the backswing right, and there are some common faults that we want to eliminate through repetition, the right repetition in this drill. So some of the more common errors, basically you've got to keep your head as still as possible. You move your head a little bit laterally as you move back. If you don't move it laterally, you're inclined to do the reverse pivot. So a little bit of lateral movement as you move your right shoulder back is fine, and expected actually. But the common errors are the head going down, the head going up, or a lateral shift. All reduce your controllability of your swing. And the other common thing is, which actually usually leads to the head going up, is the back leg straightening. So we want to keep the back leg flexed, very similar to how you have it in the address position. It can move a little bit, but not much. And then it's going back and taking the right shoulder back and putting the weight on the right foot. So let's actually do it. So we do it firstly with the club. So point the club head away from the target, get into the address position, and if you don't know how to do the address position, go to the address drill earlier in the app. So you put the club against your arms like that, cross your hands on opposing shoulders like this, into the address position, and take your right heel, your back heel, off the ground, put it down. Don't just put it down, but push it down, because that's actually to force that thinking and that activity of getting the weight on the right side before you do the pivot. So the heel down, move the shoulders back. Keep your head over the ball, move your shoulders back. And what we're looking for again is still keep that flex in the right knee and very little head movement, and then the spine is rotating on itself. So you're basically moving the club head back towards the center of your spine, just like that. So do that about 300 times, 300 repetitions. And what I recommend is the devices that we use, or the ones to be used while you're doing this, is the waist, the spine, the one on the back of the, put one on the back of your cap, just here. That will measure head movement and rotation. Put one here, we'll talk about that in a minute. And the two inner soles in the ultimate socks here. So these are going to do two things. They're going to measure your weight distribution, and they're also going to measure your lower leg movement. So that'll test whether you're flexing your knees correctly. Now the way this works is that there'll be a positive beep when you get it right and a negative beep when you get it wrong. So what I would recommend you do is just do about 100 reps, just waiting for that feedback. Get that feedback right. After 100, do the drill itself, so you'll measure yourself. All the stats will be measured in the system, and you'll get the full feedback of the drill. So that's the first one, just with the club like that. The second one is hold the club head itself, because we don't want to have mass at the bottom, because that can distort things. So we make it easier by having the light end at the bottom pointing at the ball, and do the same thing. So you're flexed, normal address position, heel off, push it down, and back, and back, and back. So it's the same thing, multiple repetitions. You will get the positive and negative beeps. And then the third one, and then measure yourself. So I would again do about 200 to 300 reps of that one. And then the third one is just as your regular swing, have the club in the regular position, club head at the ball, 1, 2, and the same thing, heel off the ground, and back, and back, and back. So right shoulder back, and keeping your head over the ball. Okay?